Hello. Good morning. It is another lovely day in my backyard. Here to provide a daily meditation. I'm Chance York. Happy you've been joining in. Today I thought it would be a good day to focus on the power of light. When people think of meditation, they might think of words like enlightenment. Um, Now, enlightenment can be a profound topic. Good morning, Debbie. Hey. So, enlightenment, you may have a rough definition in your mind or an idea of what it is, and everybody probably has a slightly different, personal experience with what they believe enlightenment means. To simplify, for me, what I view as a functional definition of the term enlightenment is to make yourself lighter. Okay, so with that terminology, imagine what emotions like resentment, scarcity, fear, defensiveness, judgment. Imagine what those things feel like in your body. Vengeance, insecurity. Now those things rest in your body as a heaviness. They weigh you down. They grip and block. And those thoughts don't necessarily feel good. They might feel entertaining. They might even feel comfortable if you're used to those type of thoughts and emotions. But they don't make you feel light. They don't make you feel free, liberated, loose, because they are, in fact, restricting. They're restrictions, they're gripping, they're clinging, they weigh you down. They're heavy feelings. So the practice of enlightenment is about letting go of the things that make you feel heavy. Much of it stems from the illusion that we are separate or isolated from the world around us. And the more that we recognize that we are, in fact, connected in all ways, it's more natural to be able to let go of this these different feelings that we hold inside that we believe are just our own, and let them go to nature, to find ourselves again back in harmony with nature. So for this meditation, we're going to think of where in our body feels heavy, where in our thoughts feels heavy, and trying to let it go. And using the visualization of when we find and locate these heavy parts, we just douse it with light. We send light to these spaces. This takes a little imagination, a little practice, but all rooted in a scientific background. Frequency, waves, light is your consciousness. So we'll sit up tall, relax the shoulders. Notice your seat. Notice the distribution of weight on your seat. Left to right, make it nice and equal. Notice your low back. Is it kind of arched? Is it kind of slouched? Just notice how it is and lengthen it. So you might have to reach up a little higher through the crown of the head. Draw in on the belly button. Draw in on the pelvic floor. And feel supported right in the low back. Notice your shoulders. Are they tight? Are they shrugged up? Are they shrugged forward? See if you can draw back on your shoulders a little bit. Draw down a little bit. tuck the chin, reach up through the crown of the head. And just start to notice these spaces that feel tight, that feel occupied. They might even feel heavy. Now that our spine is long and we're aware of this length of the spine, let's go to the breath, our all-powerful tool, teacher. Take in a deeper, slower breath than the last breath you took. Go in through the nose, try to follow it down to your belly. Use the full range of your breath. Long, slow exhales as we accentuate that support of the spine, reaching up taller, relaxing the shoulders, finding more space across the front of the chest. Every inhale, try to draw in more. Try to expand the ribs. Massage the organs. Identify where in your body feels heavy, tight, or restricted. The breath flows in a way that it can find itself into the most subtle spaces, crevices, and help to usher out any of those heavy feelings. Keep on breathing in and out and notice, where does the mind travel to? What is the regularly scheduled program? And how do you feel about this stiffness, this tightness, this heaviness? Every breath, loud and rich and expansive, allow it to show you where you're tight. It works for everybody. The deeper you breathe in, the more you notice where the tension is being held. If you feel comfortable, let your eyes come closed. And start to put an image around those feelings in your shoulders or your neck, or your heart, or your belly, or your ribs, or your back, or your jaw, or your eyebrows, or your eyes, wherever that tension becomes more and more clear. We're going to use our mind's eye to send light to those spaces. This light can be anything that feels good for you. It can be a color, it can be neon, it can be fire, whatever light you visualize, send it to those spaces. So if the tension is in your shoulders or chest, imagine as your lungs fill, they're filling up with light, and that awareness is seeping into those spaces that are tense, that are blocked off, that are restricted. Everything that light touches, it evaporates the illusions of disconnect. It lessens the heaviness and reminds us of our nature. Your body knows what to do. Deep down, your just awareness of the truth becomes more and more revealed. You are a divine creator of your experience. It can be whatever you choose it to be, as long as you recognize the inertia of how your routines play out. The more you become aware of your routines and the direction that you've been headed, it makes it easier to understand how much work it takes to undo that inertia, to head in a different direction. But when you make this new direction your habit, your unconscious awareness, you change the trajectory of your life. Small, simple practices every day, remembering the power of the breath, and learning how to recognize in your body the physical manifestations of the thoughts that cause us suffering. Resentment, disconnect, vengeance, scarcity, self-pity. All of these things feel heavy, intense, and uncomfortable in the body. And the breath we can use as a tool to let it go, to clear space, to create potential, to plant the seeds, the intentions, and the desires that we want to get out of our life. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, I'm Chance York. I'll be back tomorrow with another daily meditation. Hope you have a wonderful day. And every time you connect to your breath, even if it's just once during this day, it brings you back to a reset. It allows you to recognize that you choose where you're taking the rest of your day. One breath at a time. You got 20,000 breaths a day. Make something of it. Appreciate you. Have a good day.